do a one sample t-test. First thing you got to do is pull out the T Statistic formula. There it is. That means we have to find from this group of data the mean, the standard deviation, but because it's from a sample size, we're going to call it the standard error. So this is what we have to find from this. Let's go ahead and find it in Excel. Go to the function bar, make sure you're statistical. You're going to go to average, click OK. Just click and drag the data columns. Click OK. There's the mean, standard deviation, same thing. Function bar, statistical. You're going to scroll down to Saint Dev. Click OK. Just click and drag the data. Click OK. So there's part A. So let's go back to our problem. This is all the data we're going to need. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing you got to do is label your null hypothesis. That is that they're stating that the mean weight of the football lineman is 278 pounds. The alternative is that it's bigger than, greater than. So the first step is find the T statistic. We went ahead and got the mean and the standard error. Let's plug and chug. We're going to get a T statistic of 2.72. Let's go ahead and look that up on a T-table. T-tables work differently than Z-tables. Okay, to look up values on a T-table, you need to know the degrees of freedom. We had 20 football players, so that means our degrees of freedom is 1 minus 20 is 19, so there's our 19th row right there. Second thing you need to know is where does the 2.72 lie on that row? It looks like it lays right between these two guys right here, 2.539 and 2.861. So what you do is you run your columns up. So it's between these two numbers. You just follow it all the way up until you hit the one tail level because it's a less than. So the p-value for 2.72 is, you just follow it all the way up here. It's going to be between 0.01 and 0.005. Okay, now normally what I do is just simply give it a value so it's easier to work with. I'm just going to call it 0.008 because that is between 0.005 and 0.01. Using Excel to find the p-value of a t-score, click a cell, any cell, go to the function bar, make sure you're in statistical. You're going to scroll down to t-dist. It's going to go ahead and give us the value from the table, t-dist. And the first thing it asks us is the random variable. This one is 2.72. Degrees of freedom, 1 minus sample size is 19. Tails, 1 because it's a greater than. Click OK. There's the probability value. The p-value is 0.01. That's a pretty fine line there, but it did in fact come out to be smaller. So this is true. The critical p-value is greater than the calculated p-value. Therefore, we say that the data is significant at the 0.01 level, and therefore we reject the null. That's all there is to it.
MGC out, GC out, MGC out.